program. The ideas presented here are intended to assist in developing a strong and profitable business for IBOs, powered by Amway and affiliated with Marker Man Productions. Enjoy the following message.
What an event, right? It started on Friday at the leadership, and it was just amazing. And then last night, if you had a heart, you got that heart tugged at. And we were saying in the Diamond meeting that a lot of our friends and neighbors, they don't get their hearts tugged at very much. But you guys get to have it done all the time. And so either it's a heart break or it's a heart make. And here, it's a heart make. So I'm going to be talking to you about a few things today. And now, I am not a prop speaker. I don't use props. I don't do anything. You're probably wondering, what in the world is in this bag? Well, actually, I could do a promotion for partner stores, since I now know where they are on the Canadian website, which is pretty good. But this is from a favorite company of mine, Under Armour. It says, everything here was engineered to make you better. And that's what actually we're going to do today, is we're going to talk a little bit about that. And, sometimes do you ever have things like that keep you up? And you figure, like, why can't I do this? Or why can't I do that? And sometimes there is no answer, right? There's no answer. And the only answer really that it is in movement, to move forward. All the answers you need are combined in 3 words. Read, listen, and associate. Those 3 things are our body armor. And I would suggest to you, if we're not moving on to where we are, it's because one of those, 2 of those, maybe even all 3 of those is out of whack. Does that make sense? And so we bring you here, and we come here too, because every diamond over there comes here to be better. And they're hoping that somebody's going to come across that stage, say something to them. They are no different. We are all the same color on the inside. There is no difference. And here, we get the chance, to be the best we can be. I mean, we can go on and on and on about that. But there was a saying that I actually love, and I talked about it on Friday. I said, don't talk about it, be about it. And lots of times, you guys, that saying is kind of weird in a way. But if you don't be something that you talk about, you're wasting air. How many of us have here said, I'm going to go 7,500, I'm going to go 7,500. You know what? I'm thinking of going 7,500. Did I tell you I was thinking about going, I'm going to go 7,500. 1 year passes. 2nd year passes. 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year. Maybe 30 years passes. You're still accepted here. You're valuable here. But I think inside of us, it kills us. Because we're not being about it. We're not reading as much as we should. We're not for those answers to fix you. We're not listening because the audio part of our brain tends to be the action part of our brain. You heard people talk about how music, Lee Hurst, how music motivates him. On my SWAT team, we installed a massive stereo in our truck. On the way to a call, we're listening to my favorite AC/DC stuff. Oh yeah, we weren't listening to Lawrence Welk. It wasn't any of that. It was hard-hitting metal, because that's what we were going to do. And then the association. If you all could have been in that room where we were last night, with all the first-time attendees, and these diamonds are my heroes. And I'm sitting there listening to them. I win. I learn stuff. But when it's all said and done and we leave here, man, it gets us. Every speaker comes across the stage, wants you to be better, to grow, so that we can hear your story, because your story might enhance my story. Live now what you want to be later. Live now what a lot of you have heard me talk about superheroes and all that sort of stuff. I talk about superheroes for one specific reason. Because I want to live up to what a superhero is. I'm a man. I fail. I lose. I win. And I'm no better than anybody else on the face of this earth. Live now what you want to be later. Are you living like you're at 7,500 points? Do you know what that means? Do you even know what that means? That means you're going to be early. That means you're going to be the one volunteering. That means you're the biggest servant to your team. That means you're able to promote products, to move volume. That's what that means. Are you doing that? No, we're not. This is the part of the program that's not the feel-good part. Sorry. I didn't pull that. We pulled straws. I always pull the wrong straw, So, what stops us from doing that? Well, I thought I'd bring a prop up because I've done this for like 25 years, right? And I've been everywhere. I've done everything. I feel like that country music song. But why can't why can't Jody, Victor, or Kathy, or any of the other leaders get you physically to come out of your seat and be great? Why can't we do it? I know. It's because of what's in this bag. This is why you can't do it. It's in here. I wonder what it is. Okay. This is a chain. Y'all know what that means? It's a chain right now. Wait a second. Chains are good. In 255 BC, the first chain that they know of was made, and it would haul water out of the ground. My relatives, my great-grandfather, sailed around the world in schooners. They would chain stuff to the deck, including themselves. A chain is a wonderful thing. How many of you know that? It's hooked on. It's a big storm. You can hold on. You can break it, too. That's the end of my talk. So, anyways, how do I put this back together? Anyways, so the whole idea is this is a wonderful device, correct? It's a great device, right? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it? We are so smart. Some little human being somewhere figured this out. And then something happens. Chains start to get used for other things. So we know chains are great. Chains are important. You talk to anybody that lives up in the Yukon or somewhere like that where there's snow, what do they put around their tires? So that makes them safer, right? So isn't this a great thing? Okay. It is a great thing. But then there's the bad stuff. So what kind of chain do you have? The more you are constrained, the less you will struggle. The more you are constrained, the less you will struggle. And there's two reasons why. One, you get tired of fighting. You put a prisoner in a cell, he's not trying to kick those bars open. He's not trying to kick the door open because in his brain, he knows he cannot compete with his circumstances. The other thing, you lose the will to risk. I can't win, therefore I must Accept. If you want to see a human being implode, constrain them. Constrain them. Constrain them. So here's the deal. Some of you out there think you're the be-all and end-all to your jobs. I know I did, so I think I'm in pretty good company. Man, they can't do anything without me. Don't you know who I am? Like, I'm the greatest employee here. So when you get there, they give you a chain. Hey, Gary, hold on to that chain. Yeah, man, it's my chain. Great company, or in my position, it was a great unit that I was identified to. Man, I'm good. I got this chain. I'm good. I'm solid. I feel good about it. And then they say, oh, yeah, we're working a 36-hour shift now. But it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. Oh, well, we're sorry. So this chain starts to get a little tight. Y'all with me? But wait a second, Gary. You are one of the best tactical guys we've ever seen. You've got servant. You do all this great stuff. It's fantastic. And this doesn't hurt as bad now. And every one of you here, I'm telling you this, and I love you, but you think you're the greatest thing and your company can't survive with you, don't go in tomorrow. I can guarantee you there'll be somebody coming in. Because you are not bigger than the game. And so what happens is you start thinking, you know, I'm part of this company here. It's what I do. It's who I am. And all of a sudden, before you know it, this is what happens to you. This goes around your neck. You can't do anything now without asking permission. Their word they hate the most is independent will and that wonderful word freedom. They hate it. They hate it because it hurts them. How do you get this chain loose? How do you get it away? As I said, there's good things for chains. I totally agree with that. Well, the only way I know how to do this, in my 25 years of doing this business, I've never had a chain on me. I've never had a chain, even when I was a 3%er. I never had a chain. I got out of my job in 2 years. My wife retired in 6 months. But it's strange. The night I saw the plan, I was already loosening my chain. I was already loosening that chain. A bunch of you haven't loosened your chain. You haven't. And I think it's about time. We should have so much more activity going across this stage. I appreciate the PV. I appreciate it all. I do. I love it. But we need more pins of activity. You gotta loosen this chain. Now, sometimes you don't realize what happens when they pull it tight, because eventually what happens, your carotid arteries pay the price. Next thing you know, down you go. And you don't come back. Our children watch us go to work. Our children watch us come home and complain about our jobs. How many of you have ever complained about your job? Right? Well, that's because you work with stupid people. It's not your fault. It's because that's what they are. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You know that whole thing about the feel-good thing? Yeah, that's coming tonight. Coming tonight. So, here's what happens. I listen to an audio. This gets a little looser. I read a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. which I was really mad about. Because I said, I got a degree, I've been all over the world. Why has nobody ever showed me this book? So I read this book. I look in the mirror. I said, you're an idiot. That's what this book told me. Maybe not you guys, but me. I need to listen more. I need to cheer more. I need to be there for people that I love more, and even those I don't. So it loosens up a little bit more. And then I come to these things. And I got this chain. I came in, the metal detector went off. We all got our chains. We're all sitting there. If I had time, I would have got you all these, but I busted one. So, anyways, the bottom line is, through the association, reading and listening tend to be very flat, right? I mean, it's a flat thing. When you see somebody talking, there's a three-dimensional person in front of you, and you can feel and see, and you cannot listen to Jody Victor last night, like you all got to see. Listen to that on audio and get the same out of that. His facial expressions are legendary. They are. Actually, I've been across the table and I've seen those facial expressions. Not a good thing when that happens. But see this chain? Either you're going to use this to strap yourself into something like he just got. It's a red thing. It's a car. Because that isn't a chain, isn't that a seatbelt? Of course it is. Those are good chains. But these ones, see, you wear them I can't, obviously I'm not skinny enough because I busted it. I had it, I was going to put it around my waist because that's how your chain starts. That's where it starts, fellas. Oh yeah, we're not talking girls here, I'm talking to the guys. Oh yeah, we're wearing chains too. We're not wearing them around our neck hitting baseballs for billions of dollars. And I don't ever get that. But anyways, here's where our chain is. Don't we look good? Yeah. Yeah, you like my chain? Yeah, it's a nice chain, Gare. Yep, just got it. Very nice, yep. They now own me, but I got a chain. All of a sudden, that chain starts to slowly work its way up. Because it's only going for one place. If I control your head, I control your body. Anybody who understands self-defense and things like that, the strike areas are pretty dominant anywhere above the shoulder blades. Because what you can't see, you can't do. So eventually this gets here. Now you can't see anything. All you know is I'm going to get till Friday so I can get the weekend off. Woohoo! I'm here for the weekend. And then Sunday you get mad. That's what we do. And then we're 60. And then many of you in this room said, well, I'm 60, I think I'm going to shut her down. Well, I think that's not a good idea. I think you could be 80, 90, 100. We were talking to some people, they're in their 80s. I said, you guys realize that the 95-year-old still thinks your mother dropped you off here. It's all relevant, right? So, when we get it around your neck, oh, wait a second though. If you wear this long enough, you might get a pension. You might. I get a pension. It's hilarious, but I'm taking it. Because it pays for tires and gas. That's the way I look at it. But here's the deal. This is going to kill you. Abraham Lincoln said, men die at 25, they're not buried till they're 65. This is how it happens. So, I'm thinking last night, okay, I'm going to do this talk. I'm not a prop guy. Look at that. You won't see me do this again. Only I break, I ended my talk before I started. Break the chains! But this thing will do you in. Like nothing else on the face of the earth. So, you got to figure this out. Wait a second. Did Gary tell you what maybe the answer is? Not Gary. Gary's not that smart, but Gary's got a guy who's really smart. Read, listen, and associate. But I think lots of times we read, listen, and associate just because it's like eating your Wheaties. That's what we do. How about you start asking that book question? Why do you say that? What does that mean? Or you listen to Jody Victor, one of his great audios. You can listen to it and get on to the next one and say, I got 3 in today. I got 3. Woo! Then I'm going to throw you a piece of paper and say, give me an itemized evaluation of every one of those audios. What does Jody say? Don't listen to an audio without a notebook. Because he knows this stuff. Associate, hey, whatever. I'll be able to get back to the room, order pizza, whatever I'm going to do. No, why is this Gary guy, whoever he is, up there with this chain thing? Like, what's he talking about? I'm talking to you. And I'm trying to do my best. Because I saw too many, I've seen too many great IBOs go sideways because of this chain. You get the promotion of a lifetime. They give you big accolades. Hey, I was the top of my profession 3 years in a row. That's pretty crazy. Oh, I got all the fanfare. It was always awesome. I said, wait a second. I said, Kim, I know I got all these awards and stuff because she came with me every single time because she was part of me. We were a team. I said, I don't see any extra money in my checkbook. If I was like the top MLB guy for 3 years in a row, I'd be making more money. It's this thing. This thing. And I don't care how proper you think you are. I don't care how you think you know everything. This knows no master. None. And it does not care where it goes on you as long as it can get to you. And then you have the problem, and that problem is your friends have these too. So they see you loosening this thing off. What does that do to them? They don't like that. Hold on, what are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, you'll be back. A guy told me, when I was retiring, he says, you know what? I've seen a lot of guys leave. He says, you'll be back. I looked at him. I said, look at the back of my head. That's the last thing you'll ever see. And it was. And it was. The more you are constrained, the less you will struggle. That's a killer. So if you want to go and move on, you got to get rid of this thing. Maybe start by loosening up a little bit, though, so you can breathe. Is that fair? But maybe if you listen to the other part of this equation, your association, your upline, they can maybe come behind you and go, hey, Joe, let me get my hand in there. Let me get my hand in there. Free up that strain on your carotid artery so you're not going to pass out on me. Let me get in there. I got a plasma cutter. Those are wicked. Just stay still. I'm pretty good with this. I bet you I could get Joe Victor to stand here straight as a dime. I'd cut that chain off him with a plasma cutter. Okay, maybe not. But I mean, it'd be fun, right? So there you are. This is what separates you from where you want to go. You can talk about it, or you can be about it. And this thing is not owned by you. This is owned by debt. This is owned by other people's responsibility. But where does it go? Right around your neck. And so with association, maybe if somebody did it, can't we do it? Yes. I mean, you see Harry up here. That's awesome. That's Harry's story. And we're thrilled. Important. Because I want a 25-year-old, a 23-year-old, a 22-year-old to get in this thing and do what he did. I'd like to have him do that about 20 times. That'd be very good. You know what? I'm okay. I'll be fine. So what's your chain? Could be work, could be family, could be self-esteem, could be all this stuff. It's always stuff. Sometimes I get tired of the stuff. That's why I'll read. I'll listen. And I'll associate. Because that's the only salvation I have in Plan B. There is no other way of doing this. I want you to know. This only happens right here. I don't care if you have a spouse, a partner, whatever it is. This is your deal. When you know something is right, you should be unstoppable. Because when you're 70, 80, maybe 40, 30, 20, wherever you go, this goes with you. You'll notice a lot of the diamonds over there. They were talking about last night. It was pretty cool. Yeah, this is all we've done for 40 years. This is all we've done for 35 years. This is how we make our money. They get up whenever they want to get up. They go to bed whenever they want to go to bed. They don't have an overdraft. Because you see, they found a way to get rid of this thing. And that's what they did. So when we come to these things, we should maybe have it saying, welcome to Reston Summer Conference, your chain loosening event. Okay? So, you know, what I know now, I would love to see somebody come up to me and try to put one of these on me. I probably would like that anyways. You know, a little weird, but... And you know what the funny thing is? All of you, if you're in a management position or any kind of leadership position in your job, guess what you've been doing? You've been rolling these babies out. Step right up here. You're going to love this chain. I made it myself. Oh, your daughter's birthday? Yeah. She can have another one. It's your anniversary? You know what's okay. You did it 25 years. Get it 26, no different. Or you want to go on a family vacation? There'll be lots of those. And here it comes. Right there. Right around your neck. And you can't even walk 3 steps without wham! Pulling you back. Reading, listening, associating. Somebody's going to help you get rid of this thing. That's your upline. They won't take it off for you, but they'll show you how to get rid of it. So this thing that I have in my hand right now, the only thing that's stopping you for your dreams and goals and quests is doing this. That is what you all have to do. Love you.
This is a copy.